What's going on, everybody? It's Childish back out of the game, coming at you with a health and wellness video. As always, thank you all so much for tuning in. In today's video, I just wanted to do a quick check-in with you all, let you all know where I'm currently at, what I'm looking to do here in the next couple of weeks as we get to start our official program here in about, I'd say about February 1st. And you guys are probably wondering like, hey, wait a minute, Childish, hey, didn't you talk about your health and fitness plan starting on 2021? I hope you're not cheesing out on us here. You were supposed to start, 2 weeks ago. Actually, guys, I technically did, but as I said before in previous videos, we're doing that transitional program, right? We're doing that transitional period, making a couple of adjustments, nice, slow and steady adjustments for the first 1 to 2 weeks, or for me, 2 to 4 weeks, so that I can get myself ready, physically and mentally ready to start this process right here on February 1st here. So as of the time of this recording though, we are sitting at a weight of 218.4, which is only like 2 pounds up from our weigh-in prior to the holiday season, basically like from Thanksgiving to New Year's. So again, over the 6 to 8 week period, basically going up 2 pounds, that's really not too bad at all. So I'm pretty happy about that. Again, did I sit there and count every single gram throughout that process? Definitely not. I just kind of measured it, bar parked it. But again, I did have myself a nice meal with my fam throughout the holidays between, Thanksgiving and Christmas. So between those two meals, and like I said, a nice casual glass of wine with the meal every now and again, it was nice to be able to enjoy that and not stress out too much. So again, knowing what I got going on for this year, I kind of let myself, relax for those. But of course, once we get on board with this program, everything's going to be like top notch, balls to the wall. Like I don't want to mess around with this at all. So what we got going on here in this upcoming weeks, I'm looking to do is going to be, I think the first thing I'm looking to do is try to get a foundation, kind of get a starting point from where I'm at. So what I would like to do, or what I'm going to be doing, is getting a physical, like a fitness assessment. So basically, what is that? It's an assessment and test to kind of figure out where I'm currently at with regards to my muscular fitness, which is muscular strength, the muscular endurance, where I'm at with my cardiorespiratory endurance, right? For those that don't know, it's like how well your heart, lungs, and muscles work through an extended period of time. In addition to that, one of the biggest things that I'm looking to do is find out my flexibility, my musculoskeletal flexibility, basically my mobility. I'm trying to figure out, where I'm currently at, which I already know is super poor. So yeah, looking to kind of get a starting point in that, so that by the time we're done with this process, I can see it, like visually see it and feel it, right, as well. So as far as those are the main, out of all the ones that I'm really excited to do, I'd have to say the flexibility, the musculoskeletal flexibility is the one that I'm super excited to find out, because again, I already know what kind of like issues that I have with specific movements that I do, but to kind of have like an overall figure, something to kind of measure, throughout this process, I think it's going to be really, really cool. And then as far as the transitional period goes, some of the things that I do before I even get into transition is try to take a look at myself, non-biased look, and try to figure out, okay, what are the main issues that I have, right? And of course, outside of the physical issues, the mobility issues that we talked about, some of the issues that I noticed, even though I eat, really, really well, I drink a fair amount of fluids. One of the biggest issues that I have right now is a high caffeine intake. So I generally take in anywhere from 450 to 500 milligrams of caffeine every single day. And I ain't gonna lie, folks, it's not the caffeine. And I'm not getting it from the caffeine you would think I would get it. I get it from those sugar-free energy drinks. Sometimes I drink one, and then I'll have like a pre-workout with some caffeine in it, for the workout and stuff like that. And even there's some days out there that if I am really, really struggling on energy, right, I sit there and tell myself, oh, I just need to get another sugar-free Monster and I'll be okay. So yeah, I take a fairly high amount of caffeine, in my humble opinion. So I'm looking, basically what I'm doing right now is reducing it. If I take, if it was a day that I would generally have like a workout day with, some kind of caffeinated source in the morning, and then like my pre-workout, I'm trying to reduce the amount of caffeine that I take in both of them, but still keep them in there, for the first 2 weeks. And then for the the next 2 weeks, basically taking one of those out and then keeping one around the workout, which I feel like that's the time where I really, really need it the most here. So that's kind of the stuff that I'm doing for right now. Of course, once we get down the road, I'll kind of figure out what I decide to do. I don't know if I'm going to cut it out completely, but I definitely want to make sure I reduce it before we get started with this process here. So now the next thing that I'm going to be looking to do, or my next issue that I'm looking to try to figure out, is try to improve my rest. Right now, at the current state that I'm at, I get not so much rest at all. I would say on average, I sleep for about 5.5 hours a night, which is pretty bad, if I may say so. I know some people can function with little to no sleep here, but for me, I feel like it's definitely hurting, because I know that, throughout the day, especially throughout the mid to late afternoon there, I definitely feel it. Like I know I feel it, and it's rough because again, I'm a content creator. I'm trying to, do my stream, do my work, do my gym, do the stream for 2 hours up until 10. And then of course, once I get done, I have to do a little editing so I can get that video out the next day. And then of course, once it's all said and done, I can't just fall asleep like I would love to do, right? I have to sit there, check my phone, wind down, and just, there's so many things that just basically push me away from, like just, completely winding down and just trying to go back to sleep here. So, throughout the course of the time, or throughout the course of the next couple of weeks here, what I've been doing right now is essentially trying to give myself like a hard cutoff, basically, saying, okay, well, if you get done, like, let's say it's a stream night and I get done at 10 o'clock, by 10:30, no matter what, whether you're editing, whether you're checking your phone, whether you're doing whatever, you're going to be off the phone. I'm just going to be laying down and, eyes closed and kind of relaxing. One of the things that I've been doing, I don't know how you guys feel about it. I think it just kind of depends if it works for you or not, whatnot. One of the things that I've used myself to kind of wind down is listening to some ASMR. That actually really gets me in the mood, relaxes me as far as getting myself prepared for sleep. So I've been doing that for about, like I said, 30 to 40 minutes prior to falling asleep here. And I think it's worked pretty good for me. I actually enjoy it. It's super relaxing through that. So yeah, that's the biggest things that I'm focused on right now. And then last but not least, there's one more thing that I want to focus on. This is something that really caught me off guard, because this is something that I really messed up in my earlier stages of bodybuilding way back in the day, was sodium management, right? When it comes to sodium intake, water intake, we always talk about water, making sure you get enough water, making sure you get enough water. But one of the things that a lot of people forget about is sodium. And there's been these like things out there, people talking about sodium and how it's super bad. You shouldn't have a high amount of sodium. Sodium to me is a very important in the body, very crucial part of the whole process of how the body works. So making sure that you're getting an adequate amount of sodium, I believe, is very important. But the funny thing about it is that when it comes to my diet and the way how I do things, some days I would make something that would have a fair amount of sodium, or some days I would say some meals would have a fair amount of sodium, some meals would not. And then sometimes it would go where I'm just like, you know what, I don't even want to like flavor my food. I would go 3 to 5 days without, taking in any additional source of sodium. And then of course the weekend would come, I would, have my normal meals, and then I would have people over, I'd show them meals, add some sodium, and I would go from having, 2 to 3 days of, no sodium foods to 3 to 4 days of high sodium food. I would just be all over the place, and my weight fluctuation would be out of this world. And I'd be like, what is going on here? I don't know why I'm bouncing up and down, because, well, that's the big thing. My sodium intake, my water intake was all out of whack. So now I'm just trying to, regulate those throughout this process here. So basically what I've been doing right now is taking a certain amount of sodium and putting it basically on every single meal. And even if it's a meal that doesn't really warrant it, I definitely do it just so I can keep it nice and steady. Well, is this something that I'm got to keep on throughout the process? It'll all depend on my coach when I talk to them and work out all the details on here. But overall, right now, this is what I'm looking to do, just to kind of, like I said, get everything in order, get my ducks in a row, so that when we start this process, we kind of have a nice, good foundation, a nice starting point to get the ball rolling here. So that's pretty much going to be it, guys. Like I said before, these videos right here, the official check-in videos, are going to be super casual. Down the road, what we're going to be doing is we're going to have some B-roll footage. You're going to see me. I'll throw in some, workouts, or I'll throw in, like I said, part of the assessment. So you guys will see me doing the training part. We're going to throw some things in there so you don't have to stare at my face the whole time. Okay. But again, this whole process of creating this type of vlog, it's still something new to me. I apologize in advance. I'm definitely going to do my part to make this very great experience for you. So if you guys have any ideas, some things that you would like to see in this video, please feel free to put it in the comment section down below. And again, if I didn't tell you guys already, I'm pretty sure I did, but do me a favor. If you guys are really liking this content, okay, stop what you're doing, like the video, and please subscribe to the channel. And if you want to know when the next video drops, it's just go ahead and hit that notification bell. I would greatly appreciate it, okay? That's going to be it, guys. Thank you all so much for tuning in. It's your boy Childish and Childish Plays checking out. Take care, and we will see you all in the next one. I'm out.